Hello again YouTube, welcome again to my channel Tyrannosaurus Girl, it's me Prometea, and today I'm here with another question from one of my viewers. The question is, which one is the trans man and which one is the trans woman? Now I did talk about this on one of my previous videos, so if you want to check out that video, click here. But I'm going to go a bit more in depth now. Now I want to mention something about this question, and it's the fact that it was asked by a very good friend of mine whom I've known for almost 10 years now. He's gay, and I have shared a very big part of my journey with him throughout these years, and he still needs to ask that question. So I want to highlight the importance of communication and of asking questions then, because if he doesn't know that, what does that leave for the rest? You know, maybe you have a transgender person in your life. If you're close, maybe you can ask those questions to them. You certainly should if you're really close to them. Or maybe you don't have anybody that is trans in your life, and so you have no way of knowing all of the things. Or, you know, maybe you have someone but you're not close with them, maybe it's a co-worker or something like that. In that case, you probably shouldn't ask them these type of questions, but well, that's what I'm here for, to be able to bridge this gap. Now to the answer itself. Trans or transgender are adjectives. The noun would be then man or woman. That is what the person is, a man or a woman. And you wouldn't call somebody by something that they are not, would you, unless you're trying to be an asshole. So a completely unrelated example. Let's suppose for a moment that your parents were Dodger fans and they wanted you to be a Dodger fan too. So they brought you up as a Dodger fan, they bought all of the paraphernalia for the Dodgers for you, and then when you grow up you decide you like the Packers. You wouldn't want people to call you a Dodger fan or to buy you Dodger sweaters and stuff, would you? Or let's suppose someone that changes careers. Let's suppose a person that studied architecture and they worked for years as an architect, and one day they decided they didn't want to do that anymore and they went to nursing school and they became a nurse. They don't want to have anything to do with architecture or building or anything like that. You really wouldn't refer to them as an architect anymore. So you wouldn't call somebody by something that they are not, would you? There are two things that we have been confusing and mixing up for years, which are sex and gender. Man and woman don't refer to sex, that's either male or female. Man and woman, boy and girl, refer to gender. Now gender is a bit more complicated than that, and I'm working on a video where I'm going to go deeper into that, but for the sake of simplicity, for this video I'm going to keep it binary. But then what are you? Are you your sex or are you your gender? Gender is here. And what about sex? Sex is not just one thing. As I mentioned a few videos ago, we have several sexes. We have genital sex, we have hormonal sex, and we have chromosomal sex. We can have surgery to change the genitals or get rid of them altogether. We can have hormone replacement therapy to modify our hormone levels. And we cannot change our chromosomes. But think about it, viruses and cancer work by modifying the genetic structure of a cell. So while it is not possible today to change them at will, I wonder if in a few generations we will not reach the point where we can modify that as well. But the question is, does it really matter? Think about it, how many times in your daily life do those things become relevant? And actually, do you even know what your hormonal levels are or what your chromosomal sex is? You assume you know, and in fact you assume what genitals you think people have, but you don't know, you don't check. People assume the genitals we have, people assume what chromosomes we have, but most people never get tested to know what their chromosomes are, and there are a number of conditions why the chromosomes may not match the genitals or the hormone levels. A big number of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a condition that causes their testosterone level to be pretty close, or if not in the same range, as that of a cisgender man. as well as their estrogen levels to be really low. So yes, there are cisgender women out there that are hormonally male. Cisgender men can suffer from similar conditions, and you can see some symptoms of low testosterone level in men that have a low libido, or that don't have a lot of facial hair, or that don't have many masculine features. But they may never get a single blood test done to determine what their hormone levels are. Sometimes it can make it hard to conceive children, but some people may never try, or they may try, they may have a kid and never know that it's not theirs. So really, the biological sexes of people in your life may be different from that which you assume to be, and it doesn't really matter in most cases. Yeah, sure, if it's someone that you choose to share your life with, someone you choose to marry and have children with, it may matter. But then it also matters if they had any other condition by which they would not be able to have children. So yes, it's going to be a challenge, but it may not mean necessarily that the relationship is over. It's just another hurdle. So that is not what you are. You are not your sex. You are your gender. You are a man or a woman based on your gender. So if you're talking about somebody like me, who was assigned as a boy, but I identify and I present as a woman, that is what I am. A woman with a number of adjectives like dark-haired woman and also a trans woman. And in the opposite case, someone who was assigned as a girl when they were born, but they identify and they present as a man, that's what they are. It can be a tall man, a short man, a fat man, and a trans man. So that's how you remember it, by thinking of trans as just one more aspect of that person, not necessarily the most important one. So, well, thank you again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something from it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also send me your questions so that I can answer them in future videos, either here in the comments or on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, or Ask FM. See you again next week. Bye bye!